Okay, I'm getting ready for my first downhill on my new bike. This is a Forbidden Dreadnought. And basically I just swapped all the parts from my offering onto it. Alright, let's see what this is all about. I've never ridden a high pivot bike before. I've never ridden... Whoa, geez, that was a bad line. Never ridden a Fox 38 before. Got tire inserts in this thing. That's new to me. What else? Okay, well, there goes that. Shook the bejesus out of it.
So I learned on this ride that the recommended settings for the Fox 38 are pretty much garbage for riding in BC. I picked this trail to ride because I thought it would be an excellent choice of first ride trail for this bike, but my fork and suspension were so poorly set up that it ended up just being one massive arm pump torture session. Thanks to that suspension, I got incredibly fatigued on my way down the trail. But there were also bright moments that showed me the potential that this bike would have if I managed to set the suspension up a little bit better.
Oh my god, my arms, my hands. Ugh. Take a break. My hands are dying. Oh my god. That felt good. Holy fuck. My arms, hands are dead.
Let's tune some suspension, shall we?
Second ride on the Dreadnought. Adjusted fork.
That first ride really motivated me to try and get my suspension set up as soon as possible. When I got home from that first ride, I let some pressure out of the fork, let off a bit of high-speed compression, and just tried to generally make the fork a lot plusher because it felt very, very harsh. I came into the second ride with the mindset of take it slow, stop frequently, and just play with the settings, see what feels right.
Let's go One click there. One click there.
The adjustments I made over the course of this ride made a gigantic difference in how enjoyable the bike was to ride.
Trail has tight bits, so it's interesting to see what the longer wheelbase is like. That's pretty sick. This bike is definitely way lower bottom bracket than my offering had. It's quite a bit of travel there. I'm just gonna try one more. That felt good. Some mud in my teeth. Whew. I wonder if my fork's packing up. No. Oh, that's a heavy gear. Oh. Missed that plank. God, it still rolled. Oh, this roll's always awkward for me. That felt better on this bike. Interesting. We're into the trees.
By my third ride, I felt I had the bike pretty well adjusted. I did take one suspension token out of the fork after the second ride, just to give the fork a little bit more linear of a feel. I'm still tweaking things here and there, but I feel at least I'm in the ballpark of where my suspension settings will end up now. Those recommended settings from Fox weren't even in the same galaxy as they should have been.
Hello. Oh, this bike rocks. It's rock now. Oh my god. Arms and legs are feeling it already. Roller here. This is new. Oh, that's steep. Cool. Hello, just me. Oh my god, that was awesome.
So, what are my impressions of the bike now that I've had a couple of rides on it and the suspension's a little bit better set up? Well, my initial impression would be that the high pivot suspension design isn't some magical, magic carpet ride over bumps and chunk as all the marketing would really have you believe. But where I really do notice it is in compressions or landing jumps. The extending chainstays as it goes through the travel, you really notice the extra stability that provides. In addition, I'm a taller guy and Forbidden does size-specific geometry from the chainstays extending per size and the seat tube getting steeper, and I've really noticed that. It's interesting actually. I thought that longer chainstays might make it harder to navigate around tight corners, but I found the opposite. I think it's just that I'm in such a better balanced position on the bike that I can move my weight around better or something. I think there's also a lot less weight driving down on the rear wheel, which actually makes it easier to move the rear wheel around with the longer chainstays, which I would not have expected. The seat tube angle and chainstays made a pretty big difference when it came to climbing as well. I found for a little while on techie climbs I was spinning my rear wheel out on areas where previously I would lean quite far forwards to not flip over backwards while I was doing them. But now it wasn't necessary, and all I was doing was removing all the traction from my rear wheel. So that took a little bit of adjusting to, but that's really nice now. I can just stay nice and centered in the bike, and I don't have to worry quite as much about throwing my weight around to be able to make it up, that sort of thing. I still have barely any time on the bike, but I'm really looking forward to getting more time in on it. It's certainly very fun to ride. I guess that about wraps it up for now. I'll see you guys in the next one.